Earlier this year, Grace Kennedy took control of Key Insurance Company. Now they're planning to do a rights issue. Will you be taking part? Let me know in the comments below. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie. So we had our first giveaway this past Saturday, but we actually gave away 2 prizes for $10,000. While I was giving away $10,000, we also got a donation from FRD Financials. You can find them on Instagram. I'm gonna leave a link to their Instagram page in the description below. If you need help registering your business or just getting a loan in general, FRD will be able to help out. They have lots of different services, so you can actually go ahead and reach out to them, see how it is that they may be able to help you out. Now that we're at 2K, we're just getting started. So if you're not subscribed as yet, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications so that way you won't miss when I upload any videos. And hit that thumbs up. It helps out a lot when you do. So in about February this year, Grace Kennedy decided to move forward with their acquisition of Key. And since then, the stock price has skyrocketed. The acquisition was finalized at the end of March this year, 2020. And if you check the stock price for the 2nd of April, you can see where Key was trading for around $2 at the time. And by mid-May, the price for Key's stock was over $11. Which basically is just a month. If you look at the financials, this run-up in price was not justified any at all because Key is a loss-making entity. But investors love the prospect of Grace Kennedy being a majority shareholder, and they just pretty much ran the price all the way up. To be honest, the stock didn't keep the price of $10 and $11 because it actually fell back down to $4 and $5 and was pretty much trading sideways for a while. Now, if you are one of those investors that made money with this run-up from Key, just go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, alright? Since taking control of Key, Grace Kennedy basically changed out everything, management and board-wise. In terms of the board, Grace Kennedy pretty much only kept on 2 of the old directors. So everybody else get cut. And the chairman of the board was then changed over to Don Webby, which we all know is the CEO for Grace Kennedy. Even as recent as July, Key Insurance got a new financial controller. And this financial controller was coming from Grace. Based on the information sent out, he used to work at Grace for 14 years. So pretty much Grace just put him here because he used to do good at his job at Grace. Now, as a lot of you might know already, I used to work in industry. Right? I used to work in insurance. Now, when I used to work in insurance, if you wanted the cheapest premium, got Key. And in terms of restrictions where some insurance company might load you based on your age and so on, Key never do none of this. So they were very lax in a sense. So they took on a lot of risk with these cheap insurance premiums. And based on my knowledge, I believe they were just doing this to secure more market share. But what they ended up getting was basically the what left clients where no other insurance company never really want. And to be honest, me did what left client where I paid like $23,000 for my insurance premium, and me wear my what left with a badge of honor because $23,000 for a third party insurance, me did happy as a lark, to be honest. But in my opinion, the initiative never really worked as how Key wanted it to. Because while they were making more premium, their claims ratio was actually going up. So they started having more claims. Now, if you look at it like this, me pay 20 grand roughly for my insurance because GCT come out at and all of them things there. If me run up in a man car and it costs roughly $100,000 to fix back, Key just pay out $80,000. Where me just pay 20, and at the end of the day, me might not even come back. Suppose it's an accident that is serious enough where my car can't drive, me I go park that and me might not be able to buy a next car for no, or me I go fix it and it's gonna take some time. In terms of the whole Grace takeover, we can see where it's actually bearing fruit right now. So all of them investors that will actually bet on Grace, them supposed to smile right now because for the last quarter we're gone for September, Key posted a positive net profit. Now, while they posted a positive net profit, we can see where the claims expense is still high, but it's gonna take some time for Grace actually get themselves in and start work on Key to get all of this done. But we already know say Grace in insurance, so I think it's going to take long for them to do that because they own GK Insurance. So this is not their first foray into the insurance industry. Plus, they also own Allied, which is a broker. So in essence, now Grace owns 2 insurance companies and 1 insurance broker. With this new rights issue, we can see where Grace is pretty much trying to inject more funds into Key to get most of them initiatives off the ground. And since Grace has taken over, the amount of shareholders that own Key shares has gone up by over 300. So right now there's over 500 persons owning Key shares from about 170 something at one point in time. Now with this rights issue, how it normally works is that a company will offer you a certain amount of shares because you own certain shares already. So a company might offer you a 2-for-1 rights issue where they're saying that, okay, for every 1 share that you own, I'm going to give you 2 new ones. But you're going to have to pay for them 2 shares they do. So if you own 10 shares, you're going to be able to buy 20. Or vice versa, where they can be able to say, alright, for every 2 shares that you own, they're going to give you 1. So if you own 20, you can buy an additional 10 shares in the company. This rights issue for Key is also renounceable, meaning that you don't have to take up the offer to buy the shares. But if you do own shares and don't take up the rights issue, then your ownership in the company is going to be diluted. Let's look at this from the perspective of Grace, who currently owns about 80% of Key. If they do not take up 80% of the new shares that are going to be issued, they will no longer own 80% of Key. Alright, so I could do some simple maths. Let's say Grace had 80 shares out of 100, right? So 80% of Key, 100 shares. If Key decided to issue 50 more shares to the market and Grace did not take up 80% of that, they are not going to own 80% anymore. So let's say out of that 50 shares, Grace decided to take up 30. Right now, out of Key's 150 shares that they have issued, Grace now owns 110, which is now about 73% of the whole thing. So right here, because Grace did not take up 80% of the new 50 shares, they have lost 7% of their ownership. So this is basically how you're going to dilute the ownership of the company. So I expect Grace to actually take up their full 80%. And personally, I believe Grace is just doing this in an effort to inject money into the company right now. When I checked the stock price, it was selling for something like $9 right now, but it actually coming from a high of over $10 in December, so it's just pulling back right now. The offer for the rights issue should be made public on December 10th, which is tomorrow, Thursday. So if you're not a shareholder already, you might need to have someone renounce some shares so you can buy into Key if you really want to invest in the company. For me personally though, I am not going to invest in Key. I'm very biased against the insurance industry. So you're not going to see me investing in insurance companies or companies that deal with insurance any at all. Because insurance really and truly deal with risk. So insurance companies, they are always going to go where the safe money is. So you're not going to see them doing any whole heap of innovations and so on to make more money and all of that. They're always going to keep it on the straight and narrow to ensure profit. So over time, I might transition into more of those companies to secure my money. But right now, with my little bit of money, I try to turn it as quickly as possible. So the growth what me I look for, I don't believe I'm going to find it that easily in an insurance company. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, just go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Now, while I may not be investing in Key in the short term, you never know. I might just decide to invest in them later on. No, as always, I am not a financial advisor. So you see, before you make any money decision, make sure you talk to your financial advisor first. And until next week, people. Bye-bye.